Hey all, good morning. This is Raj here. Friends, you might not see me today because I'm down with a bug and I'm not presentable on the camera. So you have to make do with just my voice. The take for me this morning is absolutely a sense of incredibility. There's no economic data. And when I look at all the media for some guidance on what exactly is happening, and I find nonsense news. For example, it says stock futures rise as plan to end shutdown starts moving through Congress. How can I believe this? How can I believe this? Because if you look at the stocks, right? Let's go into indicators. Let's go to S&P 500. This shutdown started on 1st of October. Since 1st of October, we have not fallen that much that we need to raise. We are almost very close to where we were on 1st of October. In fact, after the shutdown, we have already gained. And whatever we lost here was not just because of shutdown. There were other factors also involved in it. So I don't know why the headlines are saying that stock futures rise as planned to end shutdown starts moving through the Congress. You look at all the headlines in this leading business website. FAA prohibits most private jets at 12 major airports amid shutdowns, air traffic staffing problems. SNAP benefits. Appeals court again rejects Trump admin's bid to halt full stamp payment order. Trump pardons Rudy Giuliani and others who backed efforts to overturn 2020 election. Millions are piling into alternative assets. Here's where they are investing. And Tesla has got two bad news. Tesla's Cybertruck truck chief Siddhant Avasthi departs after 8 years. And they also have their latest numbers from China. And the latest numbers from China says they sold 26,000 vehicles in China in October, a 35.8% year-over-year drop and the lowest in 3 years following September 71,525 units. And what's happening with Tesla? It's up 2.40%. Friends, there is no rhyme or reason anywhere for anything. Anything goes in this market. It is absolutely bonkers. It's like gambling. It's like somebody blindfolded you, twirled you around for 20 times, and then left you. You feel so disoriented, you don't know what the hell is happening. It's like a rug pulled from under your feet. Consumers on edge as ACA subsidy cliff looms. Quite frankly, it's terrifying. Nuclear power boom begins with old, still unresolved problem, what to do with radioactive waste. China suspends some critical mineral export curbs to the US as trade truce takes hold. This is a positive news. This could be construed as a little bit positive. This is something tangible I can think about. Japanese investors turn to Europe as deep tech boom lures capital abroad. So there are undercurrents that are happening, but I don't think we can believe the media. The media is just giving you all kind of imaginative excuses for wherever the market is going. If it goes up, it is going up because the markets are eyeing the end of shutdown. If it goes down, it is because now the shutdown is going to end and the economic reports will come and the markets are dreading the economic reports. So they could invent any of these kind of headings. You can't trust them. So I say that just go with the technical. Don't think about fundamentals. I thought about the fundamentals, paid dearly. It's pure technicals now on. So where are we today? S&P 500 future had this critical horizontal line of resistance. We did not confirm those horizontal lines of resistance, and as a result, this morning we are already above. But we have a diagonal line of resistance which is going to stop us at 6,837.75. We have to look for that. Nasdaq did not confirm below this diagonal line of, below this horizontal line of resistance. So this continues to be a support. And these are all Nasdaq futures that we are talking about. The support is at 25,200.75. The dollar index is consolidating a little bit. This looks like a bull flag to me until proved otherwise. So we'll watch this space as things proceed. VIX is down. It has still got a good deal of support at around 18.16. We'll see what the VIX does. Gold is up 2.61%. I'm glad I bought gold when I did. I re-entered. Overnight, it has crossed the trigger for the double bottom and also met the target potentially. So if I was to look at this double bottom out here and say, this is the length, and the way I would do it is I'll put it on top of the trigger point. So we have a target of 4131.45 for gold. And in order for that to happen, it has to break above this diagonal line of support, which will provide resistance today at 4115.55. The fact that gold continues to go up seems to indicate that the market perceives risk, perceives fundamental risk, and it is pricing itself. But a part of the market is doing that. Put call ratio is neutral. Let's go on to indicators. For today, I think we have managed to stay within this diagonal line of support, which would have been at 6,661.68. So that will remain our support for today. And we have Nasdaq, which is just above this diagonal line of resistance of the parallel channel. So we are going to open somewhere between 25,058.68 and 25,211.97. And if we do that, then 25,201.40, this one, sorry, 25,198.61 is going to be the resistance. So I'm going to mark this as red. So let us see if we are able to break out from here. But right now, I think Nasdaq definitely looks bearish to me. QQQ is up 1.52%. And it's above this line of resistance, so I'm going to mark this as a support. We had dropped down below, we confirmed it, but we have already broken above it. So I would like to watch and see what happens today. Is this line of support able to retain itself as a line of resistance? Are we going to develop a thin long wick and come back and close below this? That's what I'm thinking. That probability is very much there because we have confirmed that resistance. Let's see how it closes. Now that said, good morning to Inf and Hot Dog. I mentioned before you guys joined that I have a bug or something. That's why you don't get to see me, and I'm just going to wind this up as fast as possible, keeping it to the bare minimum. We have NVDA. NVDA is up 3.11% in pre-market action, which brings it to somewhere out here. So we are still within this diagonal line of support, which is part of a parallel channel. And as you can see, the previous day we just closed on the parallel channel. So we have done a strong presentation. But I would say that since in this parallel channel, we have hit the bottom once, twice, 3, 4, and 5 times. This 5th time was a 50-50 that we would have dropped down. Any other time that we come back to this support, it's going to be more than 50% chance that it's going to break through and fall below this diagonal line of support. Meta is up 1.37%, but still it looks absolutely bearish to me. It has recovered a whole lot from the candle of the day before when it had a drop. That is on the 6th of November, Thursday. It's trying to recover that. Nothing great. Google is up 2.43%. Google would be probably creating a bull flag out here. It seems like a fundamentally sound stock to me, and it could probably at the worst start consolidating. Amazon is up 1.49%. It has managed to stay above this line of support, and today for it the resistance is likely to be at 250.37. Apple is up 5.55%. Sorry, Apple is up 0.55%, and the diagonal line of support is going to provide support at 264.80. We have a very nice formation out here, but unfortunately, it is formed on a bearish candle, and therefore, I'm looking for more clues to see what is going to happen next. I don't see any pattern coming up. The only pattern I see is a bear flag. So we'll have to wait and watch what happens here. Microsoft is up 0.92% in pre-market trades. And in the previous day's trade, it managed to bounce off the support at 495.10 as expected. So today also it's going to be within this range out here. And on the top, it will have resistance at 498.12. Tesla is up 2.41%. As I mentioned to you, the news doesn't have any bearing to Tesla, but it has had a double top. I'm looking forward to the triggering of the double top. I'll wait and see. Market sentiment is bearish. MACD is bearish. Momentum is also below average, but you still have this gain despite bad data from China for Tesla. Oracle is up 2.70%, moving very closely along this diagonal line of resistance, ready to cross over to the other side and move along with downwards, because all other indicators are showing bearishness. AMD is up 3.26% in pre-market trades. So we'll have to wait and watch what happens today, what kind of a candle forms. If a candle with a long wick forms and it closes below the close for Friday, then we would have confirmed this resistance. So right now I'm going to leave this as it is. 236.86 is going to be our support, assuming we open above it. If we open below it, then this becomes a resistance. SMCI is up 4.55%, a very smart recovery for SMCI, but it's going to remain range bound between 40.03 and 42.74. Again, we came down below this line of support, but we did not confirm inside that. So I would like to watch this candle and see what kind of candle it is. It still has an opportunity to confirm, so that possibility still exists. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Broadcom is up 2.48%. This diagonal line of support continues to help. It has helped out in multiple places. But again, friends, as the count goes, any count above 4, more than 4 times, if this line is hit, then the chances are that the probability of going down is much higher with every subsequent hit after the 5th hit. Palantir is up 3.33% in pre-market trades, but it's going to get a support, a resistance at 189.61 and a support somewhere around 177.61. SMH is up 2.59%. It will still get support from 344.63 and it's going to get a resistance at 362.25 today. Tempus AI is up 5.93%. That's a very smart jump, and we have resistance which is going to be operating today at around 81.39. So there is a lot of Tempus AI's fans, and they think that the stock has been badly treated, so it's trying to improve. You can see this telltale candle from Friday when they tried to push it down, but there are a whole lot of buyers who bought it back up again. So Tempus AI looks pretty strong to me from that perspective, but overall the vitals need to improve. And Celsius Holdings has also logged a gain of 5.54%, showing some signs of life here, but the earnings were terrible. EPS was bad, and that's why it's getting punished, and probably we have to kiss goodbye to this cup and handle pattern. I'm just going to remove it from here and here also. So it's all gone. The gap up will now attract it. Now let's go on next to Genomics. Prime is up 3.67% in pre-market trades. It will get a resistance at 4.26. Intelia is up 12.18% in pre-market trades. If you look at the earnings, their EPS came out 8.5% better than was expected. EPS is an important metrics, and the revenue was down 2.07%, but with these companies' revenue estimation is a hit and miss game. So we have this gap fill that has to be taken care of. So we are looking for a huge gap fill to be filled up, and we are filling up part of it today by opening at 10.58 if we open at this level, and 10.68, sorry. But we'll have to see what happens when the market opens, because if it creates a new gap on the way up, then that gap needs to be filled up. So I would prefer that we open somewhere around $10.10 and then move upwards to fill up this gap. Caribou Biosciences is down 0.48%. We still have good support at 1.84. Beam Therapeutics is up 2.79% in pre-market trades, and I think we'll have some amount of resistance at 23.16. Right now we are at 22.83. Altimmune is up 1.22%. It is back on top of this diagonal line of support. I'm really glad that it did. It did not confirm below the line of resistance, so this is an unconfirmed line of resistance. It's a confirmed support, so we are back into it, and I'm hoping that we'll ride along with that. Now if you look at the earnings, this is what helped it to come back up. EPS was up 22.83% and revenue was up to 49.90%. Editas is up 6.07% in pre-market trades, and it will get a resistance today somewhere around 2.77. Illumina is up 0.60% in pre-market trades. A bullish pennant has been formed. Maybe today is the day for our breakout. We'll see what happens out there. CRISPR Therapeutics is up 4.86% in pre-market trades. Support will be at 56.32, and resistance for today is going to be at around 61.22. Allogene is up 2.54% in pre-market trades. It will definitely get resistance at 1.25. Grail is up 3.56% in pre-market trades, sure to get resistance at 85.20. PACB is up 3.14% in pre-market trades. It has to navigate this wick, and it would get a resistance somewhere around 1.91. ARCG is up 2.57% in pre-market trades. I'm expecting it to get resistance at 29.50. Then you look at Vertex, it's up 0.27%. It's still going to get resistance, which will be at 410.00. Ginkgo Bioworks is up 4.69%, but it's absolutely in a bearish kind of a situation, and right now it is quoting at 9.37, which is slightly above where we closed before. Now this gap fill has to be made, so that will be a natural attraction upward. And also MACD, everything has fallen to the bottom, so there is a good chance for a dead cat bounce. And I'm looking at Precision. It's improved 1.79% in pre-market trades, and it will definitely get a resistance at around 4.13. Eli Lilly continues to make gains. It's up 0.67% in pre-market trades, and this could potentially be a bull flag, and we are looking at consolidation candles happening out here. And I'm looking at Ultragenics. Where is Ultragenics? Yeah, here it is. Rare, which is Ultragenics, no trades pre-market. We still have support at 29.44. And next I would like to go and have a look at currencies. Bitcoin is, as always, following the index. If the index goes down, we'll have problem. Now we have a resistance out here, which happens to be at 106,328. Right now we are at 106,179. So this is our first resistance. If we break this resistance, our second resistance for today is going to be 109.775. Ethereum is up 0.56% in pre-market trades. It's getting a lot of resistance at 3603.39, and we'll have to see how it goes from here. Thanks, hot dog. You can see that I'm struggling. Yeah. I'm going to go and get my flu and COVID shots today, just to be safe. What else do we have here? XRP USD. XRP is up 8.10%, and it's going to get a resistance somewhere around 2.65. That's the resistance point. And it also has got a reverse head and shoulder pattern out here. I would like to explore that at a different time, but maybe if that has got triggered, that could probably lead us much higher. So let us see how it goes. Right now, I don't know really. There is no justification for anything to happen. And if you ask me, I'm totally bearish about everything, and I have not been proved right for the last 3 months. But a broken clock can be right at least once a day. So I'm thinking I might be right today. Let us see what happens when the market opens. There is no basis for all this euphoria that we are seeing. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.